Hi there. Welcome back to my channel, or I guess welcome back to me, to my channel. It's been a very long time since I've done one of these videos, and unfortunately I don't have my Mr. Rogers vest on, but whatever. We can still do this. Yeah, so I am at probably 2 years since the last video, reading through the children's Bible, and you know what? I really miss it. You know, what a great book. And it turns out that a lot of the times I'm not recording because I have a little bit of perfectionism in me. I don't know if maybe it comes from something like just reading here in my first catechism kids book, if it's because I was taught that I should be really sorry for my sins because they displease God, who is all good, and because they made Jesus suffer in the cross. I don't know. So I've been looking at all of the kids' books, and it is making so much more sense to me why I had so much anxiety my entire life. Uh, the Bible stories, which we're going to get back to. Bible stories are very interesting. It's like they try to make these wildly abusive, wild stories palatable for kids. But then also I was like, well, I was doing, let's see, Easter was recently. And I was thinking about the Stations of the Cross, and I kept remembering that we used to do the Stations of the Cross all the time. And I ran across this book that I don't know if you ever had to do the Stations of the Cross in your church. The Catholic Church, we really like to do the Stations of the Cross. I think it's, what is it, every Friday in Easter season during Lent. Luckily, I don't remember everything. I have pushed it out of my mind. But so some of the books I'd like to go through with us is the Stations of the Cross book. Oh, look, Veronica wipes the face of Jesus. We're going to go through the Stations of the Cross. Already I've looked at some of them, and it's so gross how sorry you're supposed to be all the time for killing Jesus. Let me just tell you. Also, my first catechism, this one was really interesting to me because I was, I've been kind of, I did what's his name? Father something something does a like catechism in a year course. And I was going through the catechism, and surprise, surprise, it's not very interesting, but I was like, okay, like this seems like the generic vanilla Catholic Church, like, I guess, kind of values, be a good human, let's try to explain the Trinity. But I'm like, is that where the anxiety comes from? No, I think it really comes from stuff like this, from the kids' books, and not just the kids' books, like not just what they tell us, right? Where I was saying, right, number 11 in my first catechism is about sin, and basically like why should we should be so sorry all the time. But also, I remember reading somewhere, or somebody was telling me, it might have been Marlene Winnell, talking about it's not just the words that we were told, it's not just the books that we read, it's not just the lessons we were taught, but sometimes it's the imagery, right? It's like, why do I have an image of God being this like benevolent Santa Claus type of figure? Oh, maybe because that's how he's drawn in all of these, right? I have Stations of the Cross, but then I also have, okay, sorry, talking about imagery, but also I have this third book that I want to read with us. The Book of Saints. I can't remember if these are the stories. Somewhere along the line, there's so many of these, by the way. This is part one. There's a lot. I guess Father Lovasic did a lot of kids' books. So he's like to blame for all of my trauma, I guess. Right, we got Father Lovasic's Book of Saints. We got his My First Catechism. We got his Stations of the Cross we're going to talk about. I don't know, why did I have so much anxiety? Maybe it's because this is the kind of book I was looking at all the time. And that's my God, right? That's my God that I have killed, by the way, because of my sins. I'm going to read that. I can't wait to go through that, and it's so it's like pretty specific and harsh about how my sins killed Jesus, and like I'm really sorry for that all the time, and I'm supposed to pray about it. And then again, we're going to get back to the Bible. I'm going to look up, I can't remember exactly all the ones I read. I'm going to go back on the YouTube and see where we left off. I think we read about the plagues in Egypt. I think we read a little bit about Moses. I know we read the, oh, this might be it. I've got some notes here. The Egyptians in the Red Sea, that might be where we left off. I'm going to do another video. Oh, the commandments are coming next. Crossing the Jordan. We'll do some Bible stories. We'll just kind of go through them and we'll pull them apart. I know I read this book over and over and over again, at least the stories in this book. Yeah, just like how the images in books, right? The images in books are probably seared into my brain. And so when, like, as an adult, people are like, oh, the Catholic Church, it's like so lovely, right? Like people converting, right? Pope Leo, I guess much love to Pope Leo, right? I guess as a pope, he's pretty great because he's not a super asshole. Except that he is, though, right? Because he's still the Pope and he still believes in everything that the Catholic Church teaches, right? Which includes all of this stuff. Right? All of these stories are what the church teaches us when we're kids. I'm just kind of looking through. You know, these pictures aren't great. They're not great. Ooh, we get to the New Testament. Yeah, I don't know, right? Like, we're just not terrible pictures, but this is where my imagination goes when I think about some of the teachings of the church. Some of it is fine. Some of it's not traumatizing. Some of it's neutral. Not a lot of it is super hopeful. A lot of it is pretty terrible, it turns out. So I hope you join me. I can't wait. I can't wait for us to go through all of these books together. And hopefully you leave some comments, leave any questions, leave any recommendations. Would love some more recommendations of things that you'd like to look at. I'm always willing to do a little bedtime reading for us, you know, a little light bedtime reading, get us a little story going so we can chat about it. And looking forward to it. See you soon.